Some of the recent Pokemon Legends ZA leaks that we have had are pretty interesting. Now this involves Zygarde and a possible new ultimate weapon. If you don't remember from Pokemon X and Y, we had the ultimate weapon, which obviously is not good for Lumios City or the Kalos region. Zygarde is a legendary Pokemon that is a peacekeeper for the land, basically. He wants to keep everything in order, in check, so he obviously doesn't want this weapon to happen. And a leak from a couple of weeks ago, I'm about to put it on the screen here. This is from Ball Guy right here. And now this is the Lumios Tower, or the Prism Tower, whatever you want to call it, fighting against Zygarde. And now this has kind of been on my mind for a couple of weeks now. It's super interesting and super weird because obviously we don't have like the specific details of this, which is pretty cool because I want to be surprised about this game still. We do have some more pieces of information about this specific picture right here though that I haven't gone over yet because I've been trying to think about it for days and days to try to dissect it and try to come up with a good theory of what it actually specifically means. So somebody responded and said, so the Lumios Tower defeats Mega Zygarde with the help of Floette. Ball Guy said it's a giant 1v1. You are on ground forces defeating two Flower, which I thought meant two Eternal Flower Floettes. If you don't know, AZ, which is, one of the main characters from Pokemon X and Y, and obviously if you think of Pokemon ZA, that's literally just AZ backwards. So I feel like AZ is going to have some sort of more lore within this story, which I can't wait to discover. You know that AZ is running the hotel, but I don't think he's just simply running the hotel. He's definitely doing more than just running a hotel within this game. AZ is the GOAT though. AZ is the man. I can't wait to see him in this game. Somebody else responded and said two Eternal Floette. Ball Guy said just two flowers. For better clarification, they aren't Pokemon. There's only one Floette present, nothing more, LOL. Don't know what VP Anons were spurging about. Somebody else said it's Ange, which Ange is the new weapon or like the new energy or something like that. Ball Guy then said the two flowers are a piece of Ange during the boss state. Yes. Interesting. So I'm still a little bit confused about what Ange is. A lot of people are saying Ange is like the new type of energy. Ange apparently means angel in French, which ZA is taking place in a region that's based on France. Lumios City is based off of Paris, France, so that's where that French kind of word comes into play. Now, I thought Ange was maybe the new legendary Pokemon because we have ZA. The title is ZA, Zygarde, Ange. Who knows? Obviously, we have the ZA Royale battle going on, which you go from rank Z to rank A, obviously, which I think the title of this game has multiple meanings. I really do think that this title of the game is so specifically chosen for a reason that we will discover when this game comes out, or when eventually more leaks come out, which I don't want the entire storyline to be leaked, first of all. I really do think this game is going to have a lot more to it than we know of right now, which is super awesome. The Kalos region is awesome. I really like Pokemon X and Y, so I'm really excited for this game. And now the title is definitely weird for this game. I remember when they first announced Pokemon Legends Z, and then we saw that dash A. That was so weird. No Pokemon game has ever had a weird title like this. To me, this is such a weird but awesome title. So my early on theory was that Quasartico was going to somehow replicate Eternal Flower Floette because there's only one Eternal Flower Floette, which is AZ's Floette. I thought Quasartico was going to use the Prism Tower to harness a bunch of energy from all these rogue Mega Evolutions happening, or just all the Mega Evolutions happening from the ZA Royale battles, and creating a brand new Eternal Flower Floette. But apparently there is only just one Eternal Flower Floette, and I guess the other two flowers are pieces of Ange during the boss state, which I don't really understand that. Is the Prism Tower going to become like a robotic Pokemon type of thing? That would be crazy. Now maybe they are. Now some of the leaks were saying that Eternal Flower Floette was going to be getting a Mega Evolution, but what if it's just Floette? Like what if Floette is just getting a Mega Evolution, not Eternal Flower Floette? So then maybe we'll have two Mega Floettes kind of controlling this new Ange Tower thing, I guess. But then again, Ball Guy did say that they're not actual Pokemon, so I don't know how that would really make sense. It's probably just the Eternal Flower Floette still going to be getting a Mega Evolution based on the leaks, and then these two flowers could be like robots or something. Like maybe Quasartico created an Eternal Flower Floette that's not actually an Eternal Flower Floette, it's literally just like a robot that looks like one, maybe? Now this picture right here, Prism Tower fighting Zygarde, may mean literally what it says, like literally what this picture is saying. I saw other people talking online about like, well, maybe Zygarde is literally just going to become a ginormous Pokemon, kind of like a Gigantamax Pokemon. I don't know if that would even make sense, but we still don't know, guys. Literally anything could happen within this game, which is pretty cool. Obviously, it's a Pokemon game, so anything could truly happen. I don't think that they would bring in 2 evolution gimmicks into this game, though, especially since it's not like a brand new generation. So I feel like, you know, Gigantamax or whatever is not gonna happen, obviously. But somebody online was saying that, what if Zygarde is literally going to become a ginormous Zygarde? Like, maybe that we get to see a new evolution form of Zygarde. You know, we have like 10%, 50%, whatever. So what if this is like 1,000% Zygarde? I don't even know if that's possible, but dude, that would be awesome. So what if the Prism Tower becomes sort of like ginormous, like mech, like a ginormous secret weapon robot that can be controlled? That's where Zygarde comes into play, and Zygarde's like, oh no, this is not gonna happen to Lumios City, this is not gonna happen to the Kalos region. And bro just bros. Like, this dude is just going to turn into 1,000% Zygarde. And based on some of the leaks that we have had, apparently Zygarde is going to be receiving a Mega Evolution. So maybe Mega Zygarde is like 1,000% Zygarde. There were other leaks that were online a couple of months ago about Zygarde and Eternal Flower Floette both having a Mega Evolution, and they combine together. So maybe that's what's going to happen. And now remember, Ball Guy said it's a giant 1v1. You are on ground forces defeating 2 E flowers, which, like I said, I don't understand that specifically because he said that's just 2 flowers, not 2 Eternal Flower Floette, so I don't know what the heck the E is there for. So we're on the ground, so we're going to be fighting 2 flowers, 2 E flowers, which, like I said, I'm a little bit lost in that, so let me know what you think about that. And then I guess in the background, maybe we're going to see Zygarde and the Prism Tower, you know, fighting. Like, that could be something cool, kind of like a kaiju battle, which would be really interesting to see. I actually think a ginormous Zygarde would be really cool to have in a Pokemon game. It seems like there are so many different things within this game that are just kind of really interesting. And now, based on some other leaks, I know I'm bringing up a lot of random leaks here from the last couple of months, but there were leaks about Zygarde and Lysander uniting almost, or like maybe Lysander controls Zygarde. Like I said in one of my last videos, I don't know if like Zygarde intentionally wants to be with Lysander, or if Lysander is like somehow controlling Zygarde under his will, you know, like with his own force, I guess. I don't know. It's a little bit weird, but the thing is, we haven't really had many Pokemon Legends A leaks recently. They've definitely been dying down, which is kind of a good thing. And I actually wanted to make a whole video about this topic specifically because it's, you know, it's pretty interesting that we're not getting as many leaks as we once were. Like, bro, when those Mega Evolution leaks were coming out, that was a crazy time. It was like literally every day we were just getting some new huge reveals, and now that was a crazy time. This could be like the final boss battle. There are probably going to be several boss fights in this game. Like, I think some of these new rogue mega Pokemon are going to be the boss battles within this game, as well as we'll have like the ZA Royale, which is probably going to be our form of like a gym battles within this game. And when we're fighting the 2 E flower, like he said, that's probably going to be like a double battle. Maybe we're going to be fighting alongside another trainer, like we could be fighting along AZ, we could be fighting along some of the new people like Tawny or Urbane, against whoever has the 2 E flowers, which maybe it's like Vinny and Jet or something like that we're fighting off. So maybe we have to kind of also defeat these 2 flowers, and then that's when Zygarde also defeats the Prism Tower. It would make sense for there to be a new secret weapon within this game, though, because there's such a big storyline and plot within X and Y, and the Prism Tower being the new ultimate weapon from X and Y just makes sense, especially because in every single trailer that we've had, we have seen so many clips of the Prism Tower. Like, they're making sure that we see it, which I know it's the heart of the city, basically. Like, it's in the center of the city. It's, you know, the Prism Tower. It's, you know, as if we're seeing the Eiffel Tower, right? Or like the Statue of Liberty or something like that. So for that reason, I think that they're like really trying to kind of like hint at us that, okay, there's something going on with this big Prism Tower that is more than we can actually think. I do think that Quasartico is up to something, or maybe it's like somebody is controlling Quasartico. Okay, so we know that Jet is like the leader of Quasartico, and there's Vinny, right? Maybe Vinny is up to something. Like, maybe Jet wants actually something good for Lumios City, and then Vinny, you know, being kind of Jet's, you know, underman or wingman or whatever, is actually kind of up to something and is playing a bunch of tricks behind the scenes to where, you know, the Prism Tower may not actually be intended to become the new ultimate weapon. However, behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying, Vinny is up to something bad, and he turns it into the ultimate weapon, and he kind of takes over Quasartico, because we know Quasartico is basically renovating the city to the more modern age, so much more technology, and I do think that the Prism Tower is harnessing some sort of energy, maybe to power the city, like maybe that's what the Prism Tower is intended to turn into, is just like an energy source for the city. But like I said, somebody may turn it into an ultimate weapon that's kind of like not by Jet. But I guess we're going to see soon. You know, we're getting that Pokemon Presents in a couple of weeks here, which I don't think is going to spoil the whole story. Like, I don't think they're going to really reveal much about the story. I think we're going to get a little bit about it, but not too much. I do think that we're going to see those new Mega Evolutions within this next Presents, though, which is going to be awesome to see. But if you are real and watching this far in the video, comment down below, Cookie, or your favorite type of cookie. Just let me know you're watching this far in the video, and let me know your thoughts about this. I know this is kind of confusing, but I'm kind of glad we're not being told specifically what this means, because we can kind of theorize and then still be surprised, because there are so many possibilities that could be coming out from all this stuff about the Ange and, you know, the new ultimate weapon and the Prism Tower and like 1000% or Mega Zygarde, Mega Eternal Flower Floette. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're brand new to the channel, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, or turn on those post notifications so you don't miss a brand new video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great, fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.